Hello, friend. You know those moments when life feels like a puzzle with missing pieces? Maybe you're sitting there right now, trying to make sense of everything happening around you. I understand, we all go through seasons where God's plan isn't crystal clear. I'm so glad you're here with us today. There's something special about coming together as a community, sharing our hopes, our struggles, and our faith. Whether you're watching this early in the morning with your coffee, during a quick lunch break, or late at night when the house is quiet, you're welcome here. You might be facing challenges that seem too big to handle. Perhaps it's an uncertain situation at work, a relationship that needs healing, or a dream that feels just out of reach. Whatever you're dealing with, you're not alone in this journey. Before we dive into today's message of hope and encouragement, I want to invite you to join our growing family of believers. If you find value in daily spiritual encouragement, consider subscribing to our channel. It helps us continue creating these moments of connection and prayer. And if you're feeling thankful today, share your blessings in the comments below. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear. Life can be overwhelming sometimes, but that's exactly why we're here, to support each other, to pray together, and to remember that even in our toughest moments, we're part of something bigger than ourselves. You know, sometimes life can feel like we're walking through a thick fog. Each step forward takes extra effort, and it's hard to see where we're going. Maybe you've been carrying heavy burdens, bills piling up, health concerns that won't go away, or relationships that need mending. These challenges are real, and it's okay to acknowledge them. I've talked with so many people who feel exactly like you might be feeling right now. They wonder if anyone understands what they're going through, if their prayers are being heard. These feelings are natural, and sharing them helps us remember we're all in this together. When life gets tough, it's easy to feel disconnected from our faith, from others, even from ourselves. But here's the beautiful truth. Even in those moments of doubt and uncertainty, hope remains. Today, let's take a moment to reconnect with that hope together. There's a beautiful passage in the Bible that speaks directly to times like these. In Isaiah 43 verse 2, it says, "When you pass through the waters, I will be with you, and through the rivers, they shall not overwhelm you. When you walk through fire you shall not be burned, and the flame shall not consume you." Think about that for a moment. It doesn't say, if you pass through waters, but when. This tells us something important. Challenges are a natural part of life's journey. But here's the amazing part, we're never meant to face them alone. Remember David? Before he became king, he faced giants, lived in caves, and dealt with people who didn't understand his purpose. In Psalm 34 verse 17, he wrote from experience, "When the righteous cry for help, the Lord hears and delivers them out of all their troubles." David wasn't just writing pretty words, he lived this truth through his darkest moments. This reminds me of another powerful promise found in Romans 8 verse 28, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him." Notice it doesn't say some things, or most things, but all things. Even the situations that don't make sense right now are being woven into a greater purpose. These aren't just ancient words on a page. They're living promises that have guided countless people through their own valleys and mountaintops. They remind us that our current circumstances don't define our future. Now, let's prepare our hearts for a special time of prayer together. Find a quiet spot if you can, somewhere you can focus without distractions. Take a deep breath, let it remind you that God's presence is as close as the air we breathe. You don't need fancy words or perfect phrases. God understands every sigh, every unspoken worry, every hope you carry. This is a moment for honesty, for opening your heart to receive peace and wisdom. Remember, prayer isn't about performing, it's about connecting. It's like sitting down with someone who knows you completely and loves you unconditionally. Let's enter this time together, believing that God hears every word. Loving Father, as we come before you today, our hearts overflow with gratitude for your constant presence in our lives. Even when the path seems unclear, you've never left us to walk alone. Thank you for being our refuge in storms, our light in darkness, our hope when circumstances feel hopeless. We're grateful for the simple blessings we often take for granted, the sunrise that promises new beginnings, the strength to face each day, the people you've placed in our lives who encourage and support us. Thank you for providing wisdom when we feel lost, comfort when we're hurting, and peace that surpasses understanding. Lord, we see your fingerprints in countless moments, in unexpected kindness from strangers, in doors that opened when others closed, in the quiet assurance that better days are ahead. Thank you for the gift of faith that helps us persevere, for your words that guide us, and for your love that never wavers. Father, we bring before you the burdens weighing heavy on hearts today. You see the financial pressures creating sleepless nights, the health concerns that generate worry, the relationships that need your healing touch. We ask for your divine intervention in these situations. Grant wisdom to those making difficult decisions, provide resources where they're needed most, and show us the next steps to take. For those feeling stuck in impossible circumstances, we ask you to make a way where there seems to be no way. Touch bodies that need healing, minds that need peace, and spirits that need renewal. Where there's confusion, bring clarity. Where there's fear, instill courage. Where there's lack, provide abundance according to your perfect will. Guide those searching for purpose and direction. Open doors of opportunity that align with your plans. Give strength to overcome obstacles, wisdom to make good choices, and determination to keep moving forward even when progress feels slow. We stand firm on your promise that you're working all things together for good. Even when we can't see the full picture, we trust your perfect timing and purpose. You're orchestrating circumstances, aligning details, and preparing blessings that we can't even imagine. Let your peace guard our hearts and minds. Replace anxiety with confidence in your faithfulness. Transform our worries into worship, our fears into faith. Help us remember that you're bigger than any challenge we face, stronger than any opposition, and more committed to our success than we are ourselves. Lord, ignite fresh passion in tired spirits. Restore joy where it's been lost. Rebuild what's been broken. Renew strength in those who feel weary. Pour out your Spirit in ways that transform ordinary moments into extraordinary testimonies of your goodness. We declare your promises over every situation, promises of provision, protection, and purpose. Your word says you'll never leave us or forsake us, and we stand on that truth. You are faithful to complete the good work you've begun in our lives. Thank you for hearing every prayer, spoken and unspoken. Thank you for moving in ways we can see and in ways we can't yet perceive. Thank you for being a God who not only hears but acts on behalf of your children. We look forward with expectation to see your hand moving in our lives, knowing that you're already preparing answers to these prayers. Your timing is perfect, your ways are higher than ours, and your love never fails. Take a moment right now to breathe deeply and let peace fill your heart. Picture yourself standing in the warm light of God's presence, like standing in gentle sunshine on a perfect morning. Feel the weight lifting from your shoulders as you release your concerns into His capable hands. Think about the situation you've been praying about. Instead of focusing on the obstacles, picture the outcome you're hoping for. See that difficult conversation ending in reconciliation. Imagine that financial burden being lifted. Envision doors of opportunity swinging wide open before you. Remember times in your past when God came through for you. Maybe it wasn't exactly how you expected, but looking back, you can see His hand was guiding you all along. Those testimonies aren't just memories, they're building blocks for your faith today. Each challenge you've overcome is proof that you can face whatever lies ahead. The same God who parted seas, who turned water into wine, who made blind eyes see, that same God is working in your life right now. In this very moment, gears are turning that you can't see. People are being positioned, circumstances are being aligned, and answers are on the way. You might not feel strong right now, and that's okay. True strength isn't about never feeling weak, it's about continuing to trust even when the path seems unclear. It's about taking one more step, praying one more prayer, holding on to hope for one more day. Let this truth sink deep into your spirit: you are deeply loved, specifically chosen, and purposefully placed in this moment of history. Your struggles haven't gone unnoticed, your prayers haven't gone unheard, and your faith hasn't gone unrewarded. Rather than seeing your current situation as a permanent reality, view it as a passing season. Just as winter always gives way to spring, this challenging time will give way to new growth, new opportunities, and new reasons to praise. Think about the testimony you'll have when you come through this season. Your story of perseverance and faith might be exactly what someone else needs to hear to keep going. Sometimes our biggest struggles become our most powerful messages of hope for others. If today's message has touched your heart, don't keep it to yourself. Be part of spreading hope to others who might be going through similar struggles. Take a moment to share your own story of faith in the comments below. Something as simple as, "I'm holding on to hope," might be the encouragement someone else desperately needs today. Our community grows stronger when we support each other. If you haven't already, join our family by subscribing to the channel. You'll get daily doses of spiritual encouragement delivered right to your feed. Think of it as your daily reminder that you're not walking this journey alone. Hit that like button if this prayer spoke to your heart. Each like helps more people find these messages of hope. And remember, sharing is caring. Send this video to someone who could use a spiritual lift today. Sometimes the smallest act of kindness, like sharing an encouraging message, can change the entire direction of someone's day. As we wrap up our time together, remember that this isn't just another day, it's a fresh opportunity to experience God's goodness in your life. Every sunrise brings new mercies, new chances, and new reasons to hope. Keep your eyes open for the little ways God shows up in your daily life. Sometimes the biggest blessings come disguised as ordinary moments. And before you go, make sure to check out our other videos filled with more prayers and encouragement for whatever you're facing. Until next time, may you walk in peace, strength, and the unshakable knowledge that better days are ahead. Remember, you're stronger than you know, more loved than you can imagine, and closer to your breakthrough than you think.